have a lot of gray, and especially on this side, in the front. I don't know how you can fix that, honestly, because I can't go blonde. Because if I don't think it will suit me. I've never been blonde. It's just not my color, and it's focused. It's so annoying. I need to do it every 3 weeks, and because my hair also grows long quick. So literally, this is 3 weeks.
Okay.
So
What
is
else?
there any solution to that can make it just like stretch longer or not be that obvious? I can't put my hair up. I can't, you know, and it's just.
What else it bothers you in the terms of coloring and the cutting?
That's
the main
the
issue.
major thing. Anything else you can suggest, whatever you see would look better, I'm for it.
Okay.
But this is the main.
Color every 3 weeks.
Yeah.
You do it yourself?
No. I
Okay.
go,
And
yeah.
what color they apply on the roots? Any idea?
No idea. No. They just mix it. I don't know. It's dark brown. But also, like I heard you say that if you keep on doing it, it gets darker and darker, which
It's
I
already
feel,
darker and
yeah,
darker.
which I feel is happening already.
So what I do usually, I compare the color on the top
Yeah.
with the color around the face. If I see the color on the top, it's not that dark,
Yeah.
that means they haven't been using dark color, maybe using mid-brown to light brown.
Yeah.
But because the repeatable time around the front was happening,
Yeah.
that's why the front looks like a black color.
Yeah.
But this is good, means whatever they've been doing, they were not pushing too dark,
Yeah.
but because they're not leaving enough gap between the two visits,
Yeah. And also,
This has been building up.
my grays are very stubborn. They have to leave it a long
this is
time.
one more issue you have to always keep in mind. A lot of gray, for some reason, is stubborn. If the hair is very healthy on the roots, the gray doesn't take. If the roots are very oily, it doesn't take. Some kind of curly hair, even if it's dry, it doesn't take the color. So that has something to do with the way how the hair is sealed from the roots, because
Yeah.
the ends, you apply color on the ends, within 5 minutes will turn
It
dark.
would, yeah.
And will cover whatever is there.
Okay.
But on the roots, it's always a challenge.
Not easy.
And whenever there's a challenging gray to kind of cover it, if the client in her mind doesn't want to accept seeing the gray a little bit, she's gonna leave the color longer. She's gonna start using darker and darker color. Then she's gonna do it more often. And the more often you do it, it gets darker, then it's more visible after 1 week. But because it's too soon to do it in a week time, then she will accept to live with it for 2 weeks, even if she doesn't like it. But all comes back to the issue that everything is dark, everything wasn't covering enough.
Yeah.
So if I try to sort this out today, you need to tell me, okay, I'm flexible. I don't mind to see the gray showing a little bit. The thing is, if we lighten the front a little bit and we don't cover the gray is still gonna be there. It's still gonna come back.
Yeah.
Within a week, it's still gonna be there.
Yeah.
But if everything around it is not that dark, then the gray will not pop out.
Pop. Yeah.
All right? The minute you start getting more sensitive about seeing it again, you're gonna set yourself back to the same issue.
So the solution is me just ignoring it?
Yes, I can soften it.
Yeah.
I can make it a little bit softer. Like now, you see here, there's a big line.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I can make this line less visible, but as long you in your mind you're forgetting about the whole look. All your focus is about this regrowth. You're gonna keep putting yourself in the same problem over and over.
Okay.
You have to think about. This is my problem with a lot of clients with different kind of issues. They focus either about how they're gonna add a face framing, how they're gonna add a bit of coloring here, a bit of lightness there. They don't look at the whole picture.
Big picture, yeah.
You are the only one who can see your gray that visible. I promise you.
I see
I
it in the
have
no, I see it in the photos. Like this one,
Yes.
literally, I look bold here because it's so gray and
Because
it's
you are
so focused.
Because everything in your mind is about you're checking your picture and zooming in. I see that, Like now when I'm looking at you, It's not bad.
Yeah, because that's why I always.
And luckily curly hair, because it's a bit
It's
messy on the
forgiving,
roots,
yeah.
it's messy
It's
on the
more
roots, so
forgiving.
it takes the attention away. You don't see what's going on.
Yeah.
So now, in order for me to soften it, I have to lighten this area a little bit. Maybe add, if you want, a few lighter ones on the top, then color them back. This is if you want to introduce a bit of lightness toward the top. If you like your top to stay dark, then unfortunately you have to stay in this chocolate color, which is not bad. On the top is not bad. I mean, it doesn't look dark for me, but we can soften it. We can soften it a little bit. But what I would suggest at the front, I need to increase the quantity. So it's like doing bleach without doing bleach.
Yeah.
So I have two options. I either has to take the whole line and bleach it, but this way you lose completely the dark in between. I want the darker color in between the highlight, because your highlight now, it will not come out as nice as this.
Okay.
It will come out warm and has a little bit of
Orangey.
copper to it, yes, because this is too dark.
Yeah.
So if I lighten the whole front, you're gonna tell me, hey, I feel like this is completely different color than the rest of the hair. And I don't know how much you're sensitive to seeing a bit of warmness in the color, but you have to know, whatever highlight I'm doing here is gonna come out warm.
Okay. And
Okay.
by time, is it going
There's
to
no
get
by
better?
time.
No by time?
No by time. Okay, because the only way to get it as ashy as possible is to push it very light, and I don't know how your hair will react.
Okay.
So we'll see.
Honestly,
It
I
might-
don't like ashy. I like it golden. I don't like the very ashy blonde.
So
It is too ashy
it's
now.
too ashy for you.
Yeah.
Okay.
I usually like it a bit on the blonde, not the ashy side, like the golden, not ashy. But of course, I don't like it copper as well. But
Yeah. Anyway, we
Yeah.
will see how much it lighten. I
Okay.
will try to clean this. Then we will start shifting to a different color. At the front, you have to do a completely different formula from now on. If you do light brown on the top, you shift to dark blonde, and around the front, you shift to mid blonde, like 2 shades or 3 shades lighter than what they're doing. Okay, and the trick is,
I'll come to you.
what will happen?
You deal with it.
What will happen usually when the gray is not covered today? I finish the job and the gray is not covered. You come to me in 5-6 weeks to do the next round of gray and the next round of coloring. When I do the roots touch up and I bring it back on the roots that's done today, which is not being covered properly, the roots that's been done today, it will increase in the gray coverage, and the roots that's going to be done next time will look transparent like the one that's done today.
Yeah.
Are you with me? So
Yeah, it's
every
it's
time,
gradually.
every time you enhance the coverage of the previous roots, but the today or the day of coloring roots, it will always be transparent. But that way you maintain a nice settled color, not going light and not going dark,
Okay.
but it at least is not building up.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah.
All right, I'll give you the breakdown of the price. Then if you're happy, we can start right away.
Sure.
Cool?
Yeah.
Okay, we have to blow dry to see the color.
Yes.
Because we cannot walk out of the salon with
Yeah.
all the things. Anyway, we took a video before for the chaos. So we softened the dark a little bit at the top. This wasn't our main focus. Our main focus was the hairline around the front.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Much
So we
softer,
end up
yeah.
even coloring here with medium blonde and the top dark blonde. Okay, but imagine like they used to do it with dark brown.
yeah, exactly,
We shifted
yeah.
you all the way to mid blonde, and still, like even with this, still kind of in an average blended color.
Yeah.
So I cannot believe they used to do even brown colors. Okay, so from now on we're gonna stick to this new formula.
I love it. Very nice. Yeah. Peace and quiet.
How it feels?
Feels so good. I love it.
Yeah?
Very nice. Yeah. I love the shades.
So that big block of dark,
Yes.
we softened all of it.
Much,
we kept
much
it,
better.
We didn't go too much, so you still see some darkness in between.
Yes.
So when you have your regrowth at the top, it will blend. Because on the top you don't have much gray. So the whole point was to introduce something that will go with your natural.
Yeah.
The front, where you had a higher percentage of gray, we had to go more quantity of blonde, but we still toned it down to a mid blonde shade. Okay, I will give you now the mixture. You could follow it. The front will be a different formula than the top.
Okay.
Always whenever there is a different percentage of gray in between two areas, we have to target them with different formulas. Okay. Hey, you're great. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Okay, great.